again and welcome back. We hope you enjoyed our breakfast keynote. What an amazing group of speakers. I'm Claire Zhao, your virtual MC, and I'm excited to talk through our next Spotlight channel, highlighting the critical work that both Paul LeBlanc and Stig Leslie are doing in higher education, and we'll be starting soon. But before that, I'm happy to welcome a very, very special guest, Shelia Marcelo, the CEO of Proof of Learn, for a quick chat. So I wanted to start off, I've personally been able to have the honor of getting to know you, but I'm already super inspired by your background. Would love to hear a little bit more about your existing involvement in education space prior to Proof of Learn and importance of education in your life.
It's really important in my life. You know, in the 1920s, my great-great-grandfather came to the United States and did a master's degree and opened one of the first public schools in the Philippines. So in my family, it's just been there forever. But my quick background is the most recent thing I did, as you know, is that I was the founder of Care.com and known for many people as the face of everyday care, and took the company public, ran that for about 14 years, and then sold it in February 2020, right before the pandemic. And then my husband and I started investing in crypto, which just seems like an about turn, like just like why going from Web 2 to Web 3. And we're just really inspired by the power of the technology, but thought that we were much more investors in the infrastructure, more than we were going to be operators. And it wasn't until I saw a documentary, I think I've shared this with you, and it was a grandmother in the Philippines. And what was so interesting about her is that she was on the edge of the bed telling her story that she had downloaded a crypto wallet, she had purchased Ethereum, purchased NFTs, was playing a game called Axie Infinity that was provided by a scholarship of another company run by another Filipino, Gabby D's on YGG, and she was making more money than the average wage in the rural area. So something hit me that consumer applications for the mass market, for the underserved and undereducated, that something was ready around the macro environment. So I think fast forward, going to NFT New York, met up with my friend Gabby and said, listen, it's amazing that this play to earn is exploding in gaming, but what's in my heart is education. And so what about a concept like learn to earn? And he was very encouraging, since he's the crypto native. And then I said, you know, I'd love to venture into doing this. And I said, but I would love to get a partner who has been in crypto. The first thing he uttered was Kevin Yang, who is my co-founder. So amazing.
Awesome. That's amazing. And so for our audience, I know there's a ton of you tuning in virtually, also a lot of you live. What is Proof of Learn? How does your recent launch of Metacrafters fit into that larger vision?
Yeah, Proof of Learn, our desire is to be the leading educational platform in the metaverse. And it's basically creating a new university in the metaverse and in the virtual world. But it's a little bit of an oxymoron to say you're creating an institution, because the whole point of Web 3 is actually decentralization. So, but that's the best analogy that we can kind of give. So our very first project in Proof of Learn is what we're calling Metacrafters. And the reason we're calling the company Proof of Learn is because what we're using is the power of blockchain to record credentialing that has a sense of meritocracy and transparency, because it's recorded by the software upon completion of a course and qualified assessment of that course. And so it will forever be with you. So, you know, as you know, resumes online, well, how do you know? How do you validate it? The beautiful thing about the software is that it's there. And then why Web 3? The reason for Web 3 is the power of the community. I've always had a dream for Care.com. Why couldn't we have more caregivers who are paid below minimum wage and who carry really the backs for all of us of holding up the economy? And so why not create a new company that allows people to own what we're creating? So that's Proof of Learn. And why Metacrafters is, it's actually, we decided to start the first project from Web 2 to Web 3 developers. There are not enough developers. The latest that we looked at the data is 80,000 projects and growing in crypto. But there's only estimated a couple 100,000 developers in Web 3. So there's clearly a shortage. I saw that in Web 1 and Web 2 as well. And so where can we help really educate the builders of the metaverse? Because that's where we need to start. We need more developers, and given that we're in the creator economy, the developers are the creators. have them help them own the metaverse, partake in it.
Yeah.
We're super proud about that, and put a learn-to-earn model in an engaging gaming environment. That's what we're doing.
That is amazing. I mean, I've personally been a huge fan of Proof of Learn for a while now,
Yeah.
so it's amazing hearing kind of the larger vision. And so I'd love to hear kind of how you think about who the ideal audience is. I know our audience is a mix of everyone from crypto curious to crypto confident. How do people get onto Proof of Learn or Metacrafters? What's the best way to onboard?
Well, they can go to metacrafters.io. We launch it here at ASU+GSV, so we're super excited to announce it here. They can go and join Discord. They can follow us on Twitter, and it's metacrafters.io. And to really learn and grow with us, our intent is to launch our MVP of the gaming environment and the learning platform mid-year. So around that time, really allow to just get in there and learn a curriculum. Specifically, we'll announce which curriculum and protocols we're starting with, so it's super exciting. It will be a multi-chain project. We're working with numerous protocols because to teach developers, there's a lot of different ecosystems that we want to encourage. Because the real importance is that to build the metaverse is going to come from a lot of collaboration and interoperability, both on the front end and the back end.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. So thinking about that, I guess you talked about interoperability, building this cross-chain platform. What do you see as the future of Web3 education? Will everybody be on Proof of Learn? What does the vision look like?
I think it's a massive opportunity. I think that gaming, NFTs, and many ways that allow people to try it out, that it's welcoming, is a great way to onboard people into Web3. There are also incredible platforms that can be built that can create social impact, and education is just one of them. And so we're excited to collaborate. I met Principal Eamon Ra, K-12 Crypto, Laura at We3. I mean, you guys invited some amazing people, Mai at Curious Addies. And so I think organizations coming together to help the world onboard to the metaverse and find ways that we can create access for all for the future, which is the theme of this conference, right? But make sure that everyone's skilled for the future, because where we're going for Web3, we don't want anyone left behind.
Yeah, definitely. And for our audience, we can tune into our Web3 and gaming metaverse channel that's available on demand. Shelia was a speaker, as well as a couple of the names she mentioned. And then I also wanted to promote minting the PO app that is available for in-person attendees, actually in our marketplace. But tell us a little bit about what the PO app is, what that means.
Yes, you and I were just laughing about it right before here. Is it proof of attendance protocol or proof of actual presence? But what it is that if you go on to our website and you also look at the trailer, and you will find a QR code PO app if you're here at this event, it allow us to put you on an allow list when we do our NFT collectible drop. And so look out for it. It's coming around May, June. So we're excited to announce that so that you can be part of crafting Meta. Metacrafters.
That is awesome. And I know we're coming up on time, but really important question to me. I'm sure a lot of our audience, even as kind of a role model for me, what advice do you have for women who are, as a trailblazer yourself, for women who are wanting to trailblaze in both the Web3 and education space?
I've always found myself getting into communities where I am the minority, female, Asian woman, all of that. And the thing that I carry with me is what my mother taught me, was a sense of authentic boldness. Just being yourself and taking risk. And I know that those are opposing forces, but I actually think building your inner confidence and shining and just really focusing on others and helping others to create an impact will allow people to see the power of your strength and your authenticity.
That is amazing. Okay, an amazing end note. I want to spotlight our next segment, which will be in the Spotlight channel. It's Putting Students First, a book discussion with Paul LeBlanc and Stig Leslie. Off to that session.